Aloha. Aloha. Oh, welcome to day one, session two of the next Awaken Summit. And this theme this month is coming to the new year with frequencies for everybody. So I'm going to wait a second for some people to get on here, and then I'm going to go through a little bit of what you're going to get out of this talk today, as well as pose a question. So wait for a second, and let's start very shortly. Aloha, and thank you again for joining. Hi, Mama. Love you. All right, gonna share this over. Boom. All right, Scott, aloha. All right, we got a couple people here, so we're just gonna go ahead and start. Today, we're gonna spend some time just kind of speaking into the relationship between the different bodies that we actually encompass as a being here on Earth. So we obviously have our physical body, but we also have a mental body, an emotional body, a spiritual body. And so we're going to tap a little bit into that and talk about the relationship of those and how they affect each other and how they can support each other. We're also going to get into a little bit of the law of gender and what that means to me. We're going to talk about a little bit about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind, how the three of those are related and kind of influence each other and how energy is moving through our body, how it basically comes into the body, how it's created, how it's stored, how it's released. And then that really is going to take us into a place of talking about positivity, because what we're really talking about is accepting where we're at. Every body, this is your body, this is your temple. You're a human being, perfect as you are. And we're going to get into a little bit of emotional intelligence and talk about how opening the different parts of our chakras, that emotional body, that mental body aspects of the chakras, can then flow through and open up to help us support and heal our body on our path exactly where we are going. So, beautiful. All right, let's see. So I want to start off actually by asking a question while we're waiting for everybody to get on, so it's a little interactive here, because I would love to also tap in with everybody who's on here. So the question I'm going to ask is, what keeps you personally from being and becoming what you want to be and where you want to be with your body? So simply, what part of life or what part of you is getting in the way? Could it be I'm injured? Could it be, oh, I don't know much about fitness, or oh, the gyms aren't open? Is it something physical that's blocking you? Is it mentally? Is it emotionally? So pose that, and we'll get into some of these things. Aloha. Hey, Kurt, brother. Yes, love you. Anna Maya, yes, thank you, sister. How are you doing? Aloha, Sandra Gray. Aloha. Awesome. It's good to see all you on here, all coming together and tapping in with this global cause, this global movement of us all tapping in with ourselves, our bodies, so we can support and become that genius that we all want to be. All right. Okay. There we go, Kurt. Negative subconscious belief systems. Yeah, that is like a really big one with most of us. So we'll get into that. Thank you, brother, for posting that. All right. Okay. So to start off, we're talking about frequencies to support. That's where we're going to go. Everything here is related to frequency. Why? Because the law of vibration states that everything is made of energy, and that energy is moving vibrations of frequencies. So, also there's a law of polarity, which says basically that there's no good or bad, there just is extremes, we can say. So, to get into this quickly, we can talk about temperature, water. Hot is not good nor bad. Cold is not good nor bad, except situational perspective. So basically, if you are looking at someone who is in the Arctic and they're super cold, if you go give them ice water and they're wanting warmth, in that situation it's going to be bad. But if you give hot water, or if you get that ice water to someone here in Hawaii on the beach who's seeking that, it's beautiful. So basically, depending on the situation, these things, these polarities can be viewed as good or bad. But really with perception, we can change ourselves to be able to flow in and out of it and take our emotions out of it. Okay, let's see. Before I get off track, I'll get back on. So our mental, emotional bodies, how do those influence our 3D body? We'll go from there. So, a lot of this we'll see is based on program. It's our thoughts. We're going to try to clear out our thoughts here. Mind into matter. Our thoughts manifest into our body, manifest into reality. This is the reason, this is the science behind the frequency of the Healy. It's vibrating into our mental field. And then just like a thought, over time, those frequencies download into our body, our physical body, and release, change, balance. And that is because the frequencies we're sending into our body, the importance of sending positive thoughts into our body, is so that that denser energy of love, of positivity, that vibration, whether it be mentally from thoughts or sound vibrations from the Healy, it's going to go from our mental and emotional bodies and vibrate in. So usually, someone lives their life, we have many thoughts come in. You think them. But what happens within the human body is you think of a thought, and then based on your program, your mental belief structure, your thoughts that you've thought over and over, you analyze that thought. And then you judge it. Instead of it just being a hot or a cold thing, you judge as, oh, in this situation, that hot is bad, that cold is bad. If you do that such thing, then you'll have some energy in your body that I would say is not the opposite of ease. Possibly where dis-ease comes from. So as you're having these thoughts and you think them over and over, you keep feeling this emotion, ooh, 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 ooh. Well, over time, what's going to actually happen is that energy is going to manifest and be stored in your body. So positive energy can be stored in your body, and it will keep your body balanced. Negative energy can be stored in your body, and it will keep your body at a lower than you would like to be running at. The energy can be stored at different parts of our body. So if we think of it like that, like possibly I go out and I am walking down the road and I hit my shoulder. Ouch. Oh, that really hurt. Well, new injury. So that's like a local injury as far as we talk about our physical body. Now we relate the mental body to that. That is actually going to be within the conscious. We just lost for a second. So I just cut out for a second, so please let me know if everything's still crystal clear for you guys, and we'll continue. This universe being a little bit... Okay, I'll keep going. So, what I was getting at is the fact that the mind manifests and the emotion gets stored in our physical body. So, there's really a good chance that when I was walking on that road and hit my shoulder on the tree that was hanging out, what was I thinking? That could have literally been a manifestation of me in my head. So shoulder, let's break it down. I love breaking words down. Shoulder to me, it's like, oh, I should? Front of the shoulder or back? I should have, or I should. It was a front. I should. You know what's funny is when I was going on my walk, I was like, I should be back here getting ready for this talk. So it's interesting. Shoulder. So what I would do is I would run a cycle that supported that. Now, if we're talking about maybe my back, okay? A lot of people have back injuries, chronic back injuries. Now, mind, emotional manifest into the back. So once again, the word back is very, very basic. As far as I understand, it's like past. So I'm curious how many people have chronic back pain also have maybe guilt or shame, maybe fear, maybe a feeling of loss. It's in their past. And because they haven't worked through that emotionally and mentally, it just is going to keep going because things happen in life. Oh, you see something. This reminds me of somebody. Now that can either, if I've worked through the energy of where this came from, if it's a trigger and I work through it, then I can, that's okay. I remember I learned lessons from this. I know how to be better. But if I see this and I haven't learned the lessons, then two things are going to happen. I'm going to put it in my drawer. Same way I'm going to put that stuff in my subconscious. I'm not going to work through it. And then every time I see it, every time I get reminded of it, that pain in my back comes back. And that's how energy gets stored. So the reason I'm bringing this all up is because the frequencies are here to support us with the healing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But also, it is very helpful and supportive for us to get on track with ourselves, for us to get on board with ourselves, for us to realize that our thoughts and our emotions and this unhealthy pattern is what is also getting in our way and manifesting. So if we actually shift those things, if we go into the chakras and go into emotional intelligence and we work through what it is that's causing this root to continue to trigger within us, this emotional, the mind comes, it thinks its thoughts. Why am I thinking this way? And then what happens is over time, you're supporting yourself. You work through those things. And so you're not holding that energy every day and your body can release it. And this is so, so important to pair with our fitness, with our frequency support, mental positivity. You are perfect where you are. Aloha, Leona. Thanks for joining. Yes. And thank you so much for your talk today. It was so beautiful. Please, everybody, go check out Leona's talk after this. It was amazing. So, thank you. Okay, so what I want to go into right now is, honestly, hit a like, hit a love if you need more self-acceptance. I know I want to hit it. Where is it on here, Boom. Why? Because often we are the ones who get in our way. The wording of the English I love. So here we are. What are we? Human beings. Say it with me. A human being. So what does the word being mean? Isness. Being is not doing. You are not a human doer, you're a human being. You're perfect as you are. Imperfectly perfect. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be doing. But before we can do, you have to be okay with where you are. And so, I don't think anyone on this thread, I don't think anyone in the movement is perfect, or we wouldn't be here. We're a collective of people here supporting each other with positivity. So we all can say, hey, I see you. You're perfect as you are. And I'm excited to see you take yourself back, to take your body temple back. To say, hey, you know what? I'm this ill, I'm this old. Great. You know what? I've never worked out. Great. There's frequencies to support that. There are programs to support that. A lot of other speakers are going to come here today in this week, next 2 days, and they're going to give you a lot of ways to support yourself into this next movement of your fitness, of taking your temple back. And as we do that, I want to get you ready mentally and emotionally to say, hey, I'm perfect as I am. Like, you know what? Yeah, my knee hurts, but guess what? It doesn't have to. My knee needs, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's funny because, like, I've had injured knees my whole life. And my mind, as an Aries, races. I'm always like, I need to do this, I need to do that. And if you actually see my structure here of, like, movement, my knees constantly pivot. And then what happens over time is I've actually dislocated my patellas. And so as I grew older, I analyzed. I went back to my injury times, and I was like, what was I doing during those things? Was I in need? It was often playing soccer, where I was in this mindset. I wasn't like, I was like, oh, I need to do better. I need to prove myself. Getting your temple to a place of balance is not about proving yourself. It's not about how strong you are. It's not about how you look, like, physically, like, oh yeah, it's how you feel. It's that relationship with yourself and saying, hey, this body is really important to me. This temple is important to me. Yes, Kurt. And when you do every day, constant change and evolution every day, it does bring on new circumstances. And that's the thing, is we are creating the new circumstances in our lives. We are co-creating. We're here to take it back and take responsibility for ourselves. And that starts with our body. Take yourself back. Get out of your way. All right. Let's talk about some things of the chakras. So we're talking a little bit of emotional intelligence of the chakras and how that can actually support the emotional and mental frequencies that come into the body. So the heart chakra. Let's go through this one first. So we're talking about, I would say, compassion here. The heart chakra is closed, and we're unable to be the way we are in our actions because we hold back. We're in this place of sadness. And that actually holds a lot of people back in fitness because it's this form of, like, I wish I was. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank right now. I wish I was more. For me, I wish I was more. For me, personally, I wish I had more strength and stamina in my body. So sometimes when I go into that, I'm like, I'm not strong enough to do this thing. So I don't do it. I don't even start my strength training. But instead what we do is we flip that. So we talk about the frequencies and the polarity. Loss. Maybe I feel less. Maybe I feel lost. We take that over and we say, hey, where am I? Perfectly imperfect. We accept ourselves. Hey, it's okay. It's okay that I'm not strong. It's okay that I don't have a bunch of stamina. I've been injured. I'm coming back. Good job. Good job. I accept where I'm at. I accept my body as it is. Skinny, flabby, strong, tall, short, old, young, injured, recovered, recovering. And then what we do is we throw in some appreciation. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for this body for being able to move. Thank you, Healy, for supportive frequencies. Because when I go and I start doing my strength and my strongman training, what do? I go turn on the Healy, I set up a support cycle, and I send it to my body. And then that even on top of it gives me mental support of being like, wow, this is getting better. I'm getting supported. And that also really helps with all of the pain management, because what the frequencies do is they're balancing you. So as your body are working, it just keeps them in homeostasis. This is really, really beautiful to support with that. Yes. Okay, so now let's go through another chakra. Let's go down one and go through the solar plexus. So, shame. Hit a heart if you or someone you know has body shame. And the truth is, it is all over the place. And that's okay. Because we love you, and we want you to love yourself. I am my worst enemy. I can speak love all day to you, but still I have to go and I have to accept myself where I'm at. I have to appreciate myself. You were made as you were for a reason. Your body has come to the place it is simply because of the past. The thoughts, the emotions, paired with the activities. So maybe we're an emotional eater. That happens. But how can you shift? Shift your emotions, shift your mindset, support yourself with frequency instead of food, and start moving towards your goals. Maybe it's not even body shame. Maybe it's like being shameful of like, oh my gosh, I haven't worked out. Like, I've never done this before. Like, I've already lost it. Like, it's too late. Well, let me tell you, it's never too late. You're breathing, your body's moving. Support it with frequency. Support your temple with energy, movement, positivity, love, dance. If you haven't danced today, you should definitely dance. Hey, aloha. Aloha, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Yes, thank you. So when we're looking at the solar plexus chakra, the polarities here of that we perceive starts with shame. So what we're doing as we're changing our mental thoughts and we're supporting ourselves, we see the emotional body release with personal acceptance, and we build confidence. Yay. So here we are working through the chakras. So instead of that loss complex being stored in our body, we're accepting it with acceptance and appreciation. Instead of that shameful energy being stored in our body and continuing, we're shifting to confidence. Now this alone, continuing this over time, we talked about the frequencies of the mental body, the emotional body, they get stored in the physical body. So this is a beautiful thing. So now we're going to have physical fitness. You're going to move your body. There we go. Move your body. Awesome. It can be dance. It can be walking. Wherever you're at, there's a program for it. Wherever your body's at, there's a frequency to support that. So you're adding movement, you're adding frequency, and now you're adding a shift of consciousness. Because instead of getting stuck in that, oh, wait a minute, I'm all these things and that body becoming that, your body's going to start breathing. And with that balance, this is the new energy that you are going to become. And that is beautiful. So let's go to the next chakra, sacral. Guilt. So if you are going to perceive your situation and what you've been doing within your fitness life as guilt, then you are going to store more guilt in your body. And when I'm feeling guilty, I kind of just am hard on myself, and then it somehow like builds more guilt. And so what we have to remember is I am perfect. I am that I am. We come into balance, we remember that. Ascension. But also innocence. Because for ascension, for balance, we align our chakras. You were innocent. Even if you used to eat unhealthy, even if you do eat unhealthy, if you have an unhealthy diet, if you do activities that are not supporting your health, it's okay. You can be hard on yourself, or you can accept yourself. You can also shift that and change it if you choose. And that's what's really beautiful about this. Everything we've done is in the past. Ho'oponopono it, forgive yourself, move forward in innocence. Like, it's just simple. Like, let's just take, for some reason, overeating is coming to me right now. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm fat because I ate all that food. Rewind. When you were eating that food, what were you doing? You're trying to comfort yourself. Because your projection and your perception of yourself was negative, or the situation, or a person, or something that happened. So you're trying to comfort yourself. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Instead, what we're going to say is, that was okay, but moving forward, let's take that energy and look at the root of it and make it okay. And so we're going to start right now with doing that. Instead of going and being like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten a bunch, and I'm going to start eating right now to comfort myself, to be like, it's okay. No, breathe into that. I am perfect in this vessel. Everything I've done is perfect. I'm here to support myself moving forward. How can I do that? By remembering I'm innocent. Moving forward, I'm going to take responsibility for the things I've done. Beautiful. I have confidence. I'm accepting, I'm appreciating. Yeah. The root chakra is based with fear. It's when it gets closed. Fear can come in a lot of different places with working out. Like, I'm down here, I'm not an athlete. Like, I'm scared to be judged, to go to the gym, to go outside, to go for a walk, to be seen. Well, that's okay. Reinvent yourself. You are an athlete. But you don't have to be an athlete. You just have to be fit. You have to be one with your body, to have movement. So, if there's things you're scared of, like, I don't know what to do, I'm going to get judged, like, that's actually is kind of fear. It's not like, roar, I'm going to come and, like, that's, like, there's different forms of fear. There's, like, reacting to, like, actually, like, life-threatening, duh. But we have a lot of this mental fear, and that's what we're talking about cleaning out. We have a lot of this mental fear of, like, oh, maybe I'm not going to be good enough. That is fear. And it gets stored in your body. So even these fears of you not being accepted, not getting into the place where you can work out, where you can be, oh, I'm scared I'm going to hurt myself again. I stopped becoming active because I was scared I was going to hurt myself again. And then I hurt myself again. And I was scared of hurting myself again. I need to do something different. And I'd hurt myself again. Until I finally got a balancing support, all is well. I am that I am. maybe if I take baby steps and I take you know what? I might be scared to do this, but I'm not scared to do this. Hmm. Hmm. That's where you start. And then you do something that helps you get excited. So what's fun? Like when we work out, it doesn't have to be lifting weights, it doesn't have to be running a certain amount of miles. That is old school paradigm of like, you do this to accomplish this or something. I don't understand it, because for me it's like, oh, I have to accomplish something, then that is a task, and for some reason it takes the fun out of it. So let's make it a game. Activities. If you want to go for a walk, great, go for a nature walk. Take music with you. Dance. Go to the beach. If you don't have a beach, you got mountains, go climbing. Like, do whatever is fun for you. You live in the area you live in for a reason. So go enjoy it. Get out. Move your body. Bring the Healy with you. Tap it on you. Put on a fitness cycle. That alone will give you the positivity support that you need to be like, all right, this is awesome. Get yourself in a higher vibration, and that higher vibration alone will help unlock your body. So higher vibration, positivity, frequencies support, exercise, movement, sound mind, sound body. It all works together. It all comes paired. Yes, Kevin, just walking around on your own and finding a beautiful place in nature. It's like, go explore yourself. And like, by going and moving, like Kevin's talking about, go to nature, yeah? I was reading Kurt's. I got women bench press in the morning. You kidding? Go for it. Of course you can do that still. But what we're seeing is like, a big part of this is we're getting out of our head. Get into your temple. Get out of your head. When you do this, go for a walk. You're going to see a lot of beautiful things happen. Some of the beautiful things that are going to happen are going to be very simple. You start moving your body. You start moving your mind. You're not thinking about these thoughts over and over. So therefore your emotions can breathe. As you do this automatically, you'll see, like, start working out. The things that we spoke about today with the chakras, they will start automatically balancing. All these things affect each other. You treat the body with love, you support it, you start moving it, the emotions come over, and they get to a more balanced place. The mind stops wandering. You start feeling good. Natural endorphins, natural chemistry, chemicals in our body start supporting us. Rather than going to outside, let's say substances, or, we all have some things that we may deem a little unhealthy, and that's okay. But now is the time for us to look into the possibility that there's other ways to support this energy that we're speaking into. So if I'm doing something to bring me comfort, maybe there's a frequency for that. Maybe there's mental and emotional support for that. So instead of just going and doing that old thing, think about moving. Working with yourself. Enjoying your body. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna look at my notes really quick. Yeah. I'm feeling really good with everything as far as my speaking's going. Is there anything on here that anybody would like to tap in with, or any comments? Just anything, because we're here as a movement, as a collective. We're here together. So I really wanted to take a moment this time and tap in with everybody and just say hello, and thank you for being here. Yeah. Okay. So what I think I'm going to get into a little bit is we talked about this. We talked about a lot of beautiful things here. So let's see. Yeah, the law of gender. It's just really is what I wanted to encompass here, and I'll just kind of go over it once again. Is just kind of like in conclusion, what we're talking about here is to be okay with where you're at, to work through that. A mention. Okay, okay, there we go. So Kevin has talked about I'm a bit of an advocate of the third eye chakra because I gained so much mental clarity and stability after basically deleting my whole emotional makeup of autism. Oh wow, brother, autism. Okay, that really hits me deep in my heart, and I would love to hear more on that. That's so amazing. I've worked personally with individuals who have autism or have been diagnosed with autism on the autism spectrum for about 10 years through my life. So it's very near and dear, and that's something we're supporting. So wow. Let's go into the other chakras really quick. The throat. We'll go throat, and we'll go third eye, and we'll go crown really quick. So the throat chakra really has to do with expression. So, I mean, if we're in balance and we're in confidence, and we feel our innocence of creation, and we have excitement in us, and we're accepting, and we're in appreciation, our lower chakras are balanced. So when we get those together, it really helps our expression come out purely. Why? Because if you're scared, if you're feeling guilty, if you're shameful, if you're feeling sad, like you might not actually have the ability to speak truth in your throat chakra. So your expression may be muted. It may be actually speaking, or it may be doing of expression. So how can we relate this to fitness? Let's see. The lies we tell ourselves come to me. The lies we tell ourselves. Mental program. Watching TV, magazines, the internet. I mean, like, we're seeing all these people constantly, like, post images that are beautiful, that are amazing. It's self-expression. Thank you. But because of the commercialization of the world, now we're taking these people's individual expressions of posts and we're telling lies to ourselves about them. We're saying we're not good enough. I should be like that. Oh, wow, look how beautiful she is. And by saying like how beautiful she is, you're feeling less beautiful about yourself. Look how strong he is. Then it feels less strong about yourself. And even that, we're getting into beauty and strength of masculine and feminine. This lie of like men are supposed to be strong and women are supposed to be what? Dainty? Fit? Like petite? It doesn't make sense to me. Everybody has a different body type. Feel your body type as it is. Like, feel your enjoyment as it is. It's like, stop allowing the lies of the mind, of society, of culture to feed you and let you think you're not good enough. And remember that everybody else is fed with those lies too. So if you see somebody else who you feel is expressing in a way that closes you down, don't let that close you down. They're just speaking the lies of society. We are here to stand up in our strength with confidence and say, hey, I am not that which you speak. My truth is I am perfect as I am. And my expression is where I want to be, where I want to go. Positivity. Future tense. I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out. I'm figuring it out. So be truthful with yourself, be truthful with other people, but really it's getting out of those mental loop of lies. So that's what I'm going to talk about here with fitness. All right, the third eye, here we go. Hello, Tina. Good to see you. All right, so here we go, Kevin. So for the third eye, what's bringing into me here is within my genius, I've explored the third eye as a place of being open when you have really an open perspective. So therefore, it's kind of like the I and I. Like everyone is I in a different body, enacting as I would in that body. So instead of having like this like separation, looking at things as like you're looking at things in the 3D world through these two eyes, which connect to the brain, which analyze and then tell you if it's good or bad, how you should react, so you can either fulfill your desire or protect yourself from your fear. So what we're going to do is remember, we breathe into the concepts of unity. Division versus unity. Division is like things need to be a certain way. You're this. Unity is everything is perfect. And really it's like everyone is perfect as they are. So what that brings me to within myself is I'm going to breathe for a second to get back to my genius and out of my own ego. Give me a second. We take the word unity, we add calm to it. Calm unity. You create a calm unity within your thoughts. You create a calm unity within your perceptions of other people, and that creates a calm unity within our actual community, our global network. Within fitness, within the third eye, instead of seeing through here, you see the world through here. Calm unity. Oh, everyone is perfect. So how do we take this to ourselves? Once again, it's a form of acceptance. It's like, I am perfect as I am. Get out of the mind, the judgment, the like, what do I have to do to be here, to be to the next stage? Go into your intuition. Go into unity with your body. This is me. I am perfect. I've done the best I can. This body is doing the best it can. It may have some things I'm really proud of. It may have some things I'm not so proud of. So keep being proud. Keep being excited, being balanced, accepting yourself. Form a community with your body. I am where I am. I'm going where I want to go. Bam. See through the illusion. Yes, Kurt. Absolutely. You can be wherever you want to be. You can move forward. You can be literally, like, look at people's stories. It's not about who you are, it's where you want to be, and do you have the drive? Do you have the ability to only love yourself? And once you get there, then love other people. And then it's easier to love yourself. Like, spread it to other people. Be like, oh, wow, you're beautiful. Like, hey, I appreciate you. Like, oh, wow. Within, without. It's like, you give the energy out and get it back. It's really, really wonderful. So now I'm going to move up to the crown, the corona. And we're going to talk about what often here closes us down into our bodies. So what usually closes us down and gets us stuck in our bodies is the mindset that we are connected only to the 3D world. Like, that's it. Like, this is it. And what we're kind of talking about here is spiritual growth, awakening. Put a heart if you believe in spirit, if you felt an energy outside of your body. If you have ever felt an energy come from your chakras, your heart, Even when like someone experiences something that makes them feel good, that is actually connecting with spirit, because you're allowing love to come in. Love is the highest density. I'm going to call love spirituality. I'm going to call love God, universe, everything. It's the balancing energy that comes through. It's natural. It's always moving. It can only be cut off. How is it cut off? It's cut off by believing that our experiences on this 3D world, the people acting a certain way, taking items and putting them in our body, however we do that, is the only way to gain enlightenment, which is pure balance, acceptance, calm. We've been programmed, we've been sent all these things. Do this to make yourself feel better. This person will make you feel better. This person will make... It's actually when you balance it and you remember that you are spirit, and we're all connected to God, is when that chakra opens. Everything is divine. Your mind is not in control. A whole creation of co-creators and their minds and their emotions and their actions all together are creating all this reality. But what we can do to remember is to balance. Bring God in. It's basically taking all of the things that we are programmed to think are needed for us to be at a certain place for enjoyment, and we get rid of those. It's basically attachment to anything in this world. Because every time you get something, every idea is like, every beautiful idea that comes to you as form as like, oh, I want to get somewhere, like I'm attached to where I want to be within my fitness. I'm attached to where my body should be. And that shuts you down. That closes the supportive frequency energy from God that we all deserve. So detach to where you're at. Detach to the illusion of where you should be, how to get there. And once again, just move a little bit. Get some energy going in your body. Get some loving, getting some support. The whole factor here is not to like be able to lift 10,000 pounds unless that's what you want to do and you have a reason for it. And go for it. But just because like I'm a man and society says I should be a certain way, like, hi, I'm like 5'6.5". My mom's been putting 5'7" on my like chart to make me feel good since I was a little kid. It's like, it says 5'6", Mom, but you put 5'7". That's cute. But I have to get into a term with myself of like, yeah, I may not be a football player, but I can kick a football really far. So if I want to do that and continue that in my life, then yeah, be realistic with it. Go, take baby steps, support yourself, move. But just because I'm a boy doesn't mean I need to be an athlete. Doesn't mean I need to be strong. Like, there's many things I can do for movement. Like, hi, age of 30, I guess. When I opened up in my new me and met my genius, I started dancing. It's like one of the best things I could suggest to anyone on here. Masculine, feminine, dance more. It's going to work you through so much, especially if you dance in public. That is a challenge. I challenge all of you. Go get fit, get excited, exercise more. So, as Kirk's saying, we cut the unhealthy cords of attachment to this outside. Yeah. And then We reattach. So here we are now. We're not attaching, but accepting who we are, where we are, remembering all this spirit, divine timing. Spirit put us here as a body in perfection. What is your path? What do you enjoy doing? What do you love doing? Get yourself to there. It's as fit as you need to be. Move every day healthy, live longer. But we want to have quality of life. We want to be able to breathe fully. Create a community with your body. Create a community with the people around you. Support each other with frequency. Share your healing. Keep people working out with you. Positive support, frequency healthy support, mental support. Stop letting the lies close you down. You got this. Be your expression wherever you're at. Whatever your next step is. Go do it with confidence. Accept yourself where you're at. Appreciate what you got. Appreciate that you can move. Appreciate that you have a positive community supporting you. Appreciate that you have Healy. Are you what? Like, thank you. Once again, it's like how fortunate we are to have a device that can tap into our body and read us exactly where we're at and then give us balancing support. Thank you. No longer do we have to go out and overwork ourselves. And it's like sometimes even me, like I won't work out to a certain extent because I don't want to be sore. I put the Healy on. I run frequencies during and after. It gives me the ability to keep going. I don't have to take 3 days off, 4 days off. I can actually keep going. Thank you. We get out of the body shame. We get out of the shame that we haven't been doing anything, whatever that is, that we got hurt, whatever. We build our confidence. You're perfect. Good job. Thank you. Good job. Your body, like seriously, this is your body. Like, be confident in it. Be innocent. Like, it's from here forward. It's beautiful. You are what you are and you're doing the best you can do. Use the tools you have. Be gentle on yourself. And if you need more tools, ask and you shall receive. Ask to your community. Ask the spirit and we'll show up. That's the way it works. Because once you have a positive thought paired with positive emotions, well, that gets stored in your body. And then the disease turns to ease. The injury goes away because the inner jury goes away. And your body heals, because that's what it does. And then you take anything that you're scared of and just get out of there. Find something fun. Find something excited. I feel very complete. I want to say thank you all for coming on here and being part of this today and the rest of the summit. Please like this. Please share this. Please even add your friends in this to see later. These are tools to support and spread the awareness. This is called the Awakening Summit for a reason. We're awakening people to frequencies. But guess what? Everything is frequency. So like we're awakening people to so much more than just this. The Healy is our tool to really help everybody get into their genius. We're awakening ourselves so you can balance your fitness body. You can balance your emotions, We're bringing things up in the summit so we keep tapping in with ourselves to get that place of ascension. Because once you realize that it's all inside of you, once you actually tap in with those open chakras, you connect to who you are. And instead of speaking from these places of lower, you start speaking from your genius. This is what the genius is. It's your truth of experience, your knowledge, with the opening to allow Source to come talk through you, to walk through you, to be you. And having the respect of a healthy temple is all part of this. love, positivity, support. Stay tuned. We have another beautiful 2 days of Summit coming. So if you go on here and you actually follow the link, or you go back to the web page, I'll post a link on here. I'll do it to the event page. So go to there and then follow the three dots, and then that will take you to a more of an attending, and you can click that to attending all events, and then that will give you the availability to see notifications from all the events. So we have a pretty consistent schedule going. We have it over the next 3 days. We have 8 a.m. slots Eastern, 6 p.m. slots Eastern, 8 p.m. slots Eastern. So stay tuned. Please join. Tag your friends. Hit like. Love yourself. And thank you. Blessings. Namaste. Mahalo akua.